What was one of the biggest private banks in India today has left behind a dent in the banking sector. But unlike most business failings due to the competition or simply being outdated, the blame for Yes Bank's failure is directed towards one man, Rana Kapoor. Rana Kapoor's story is similar to that of Icarus, a man who was ready to take great risks to win at all costs. Today we are going to cover Rana Kapoor's story, the bad boy of Indian banking industry. Keep watching to know more. Part 1. Rana Kapoor's life story before Yes Bank. Born in 1957, Kapoor was brought up in New Delhi. He completed his schooling at Frank Anthony Public School and went on to earn a Bachelor's of Arts degree from Sri Ram College of Commerce in 1977. Following this, Rana Kapoor went on to obtain an MBA degree from Rutgers University in the US in 1980. Kapoor began his career in 1980 as a management trainee for the Bank of America. He worked at the bank for 16 years, rising up to the ranks to become the head of their wholesale banking business. Following this, Kapoor joined ANZ Grindlays Investment Bank as a general manager and country head, where he worked for 2 years. During this period, Rana Kapoor developed a great friendship with Ashok Kapoor. Ashok Kapoor has held Rana Kapoor's business acumen and skill in high regard. So much so that Ashok is said to have played a role in the marriage of his wife Madhu Kapoor's sister Bindu to Rana Kapoor. The two were no longer just friends but relatives now, and soon to be business partners. Part 2. Rana Kapoor's story during the creation of Yes Bank. Kapoor, along with his brother-in-law and Harkirat Singh, entered into a partnership with Robobank, which was looking to enter the Indian market. They entered into a partnership by contributing a capital of Rs 9 crore each and set up the NBFC. The trio sold their stake for $10 billion each and began their journey to start their own bank in 2003. The dream was initially of Harkirat Singh, who wanted to create a bank that catered to the rural population. It was Ashok who convinced him to also include Rana in their journey of creating Yes Bank. Singh put together a group of investors which included the trio and the Robobank. Harkirat Singh was forced to leave Yes Bank the same year, citing the difference with the other two partners who dreamt of catering to the private sector in order to become one of the largest banks in India. Part 3. Struggle for power of Rana Kapoor. Yes Bank made steady progress in its initial stage and IPO. In 2008, tragedy struck as Ashok Kapoor lost his life during the 26/11 terror attack in Mumbai. This, however, now meant that Rana Kapoor was the sole promoter left. He now began running Yes Bank in his personal freedom. One of the first moves after his brother-in-law's death was to ensure that his widow and daughter didn't receive any power within the company. Ashok's wife Madhu Kapoor's name was removed as one of the major promoters of Yes Bank. This led to litigation battle between the two families, where the two women fought to secure their rights for a seat at the board of directors. The fight spilled outside the court too, as Rana Kapoor went on to insult Madhu Kapoor at a party and use a family patch-up meeting only to hurl expletives at her. Finally, the two women received justice as the courts ruled in their favor, which resulted in them receiving seats among the board of directors in 2015. Part 4. Rana Kapoor's leadership at Yes Bank. In the midst of the battle for power within the company, Yes Bank flourished. Rana Kapoor has created a name for himself in the industry due to his unmatched ability to recover even penny lent to most shrewd and dubious clients. This earned him the title of lender of the last resort. It was because of him only that Yes Bank was able to recover dues from clients like Vijay Mallya and Deccan Chronicles. By 2017, the rising share price of Yes Bank has made Rana Kapoor a billionaire. Part 5. Rana Kapoor's scam of Yes Bank. In 2015, UBS published a negative report about the asset quality of Yes Bank's book, following which Rana Kapoor used his influence to discredit the report. Over the years, however, the truth eventually came out. Rana Kapoor would lend loans to companies that were turned away from every other bank in the industry. This included companies like Jet, Cos and Kings, and CG Power. He did this in exchange for several kickbacks for the company. However, his skills in recovering the money would fall short over time. He was able to maintain a positive image for Yes Bank by using other banks to move NPAs among themselves. When the bad debts would increase, Yes Bank would sell a bad loan to some other bank by assuring that it will buy the loan asset at the same price later. This practice allowed Yes Bank to fly under RBI's radar and present good financials. This, however, began changing after 2017 when Yes Banker was no longer able to hide its NPAs. Investigations conducted later showed that Kapoor was sanctioned loans worth Rs 30,000 crore, out of which Rs 20,000 crore were turned into NPAs. Rana was eventually forced out of the CEO of Yes Bank by the RBI. Investigations that followed the collapse of Yes Bank showed that Rana Kapoor and his family has received benefits worth Rs 4,000 crore in exchange for sanctioning huge loans. He was also accused of receiving bribes and frauds and embezzlement of over $3 billion. The list of those involved in this scam includes his wife Bindu and all three daughters, Radha Kapoor Khanna, Rakhi Kapoor Tandon and Rosni Kapoor, for money laundering. In closing, Rana Kapoor's story is that of personal greed and ambition. Despite being one of the greatest businessmen the country has ever produced, the once-upon-a-time billionaire was lodged to Taloja Jail, Maharashtra. That's all for this video. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting business-related videos. Thank you.